You know that sound? Metal on metal. That's Sergeant Cross. He's not the law, he's the shame. He's that voice that wakes you up at 3 a.m. He doesn't want to arrest you for speeding. He wants to arrest you for existing. He scratches the paint because he wants you to look as ugly on the outside as he makes you feel on the inside. You know that sound. Blue and white lights flashing in the dark. He's hunting me down like a shark in the park. Cross on the radio calling my name, flooding my system with toxic shame. You're nothing, he says, you're a danger to all. Waiting for the moment that I stumble and fall. He pulls up close, bumper to bumper, heart rate rising, a heavy thumper. He doesn't want justice, he wants me erased, a smudge on the city that can't be faced. He keys the door, leaving the mark, turning the light into the dark. He holds the badge, he holds the gun, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. He marks the paint with a jagged line, saying, you are broken and you are mine. He scratched deep in the skin, reminding me of every single sin. The siren screams, the judgment falls, trapped between the alley walls. He scratched, ruining the dogs, running from the shadow of Sergeant Cross. I try to drive clean, I try to drive right, but he's always there in the edge of the light. Why do you bother? His voice in my ear, feeding the doubt, feeding the fear. Toxic shame is a heavy load, dragging the chassis on the open road. He wants me to stop, to give up the keys, to fall on the pavement, down on my knees, to admit that I'm damaged, admit that I'm bad, to give up the little bit of hope that I had. But I know the truth, I know his game. He needs a villain to cover his name. He holds the badge, he holds the gun, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. He marks the paint with a jagged line, saying, you are broken and you are mine. He scratched deep in the skin, reminding me of every single sin. The siren screams, the judgment falls, trapped between the alley walls. He scratched, ruin the glass, running from the shadow of Sergeant Cross. He says I'm worthless, he says I'm a criminal, but that's a script, not mine. I might be scarred, I might have scratches on the door, but the engine is still good. I am still good. I hit the nitrous, leaving him blind, leaving the judgment far behind. The scratch is still there, a scar on the door, but it doesn't define me, not anymore. I am the driver, I choose the lane, wrecking the cycle of the toxic pain. Cross fades out, a speck in the view. I got a lot of work left to do. You can scratch the surface, you demar the skin, but you can't touch the spirit that's living within. He scratched deep in the skin, reminding me of every single sin. The siren screams, the judgment falls, trapped between the alley walls. He scratched, ruin the glass, running from the shadow of Sergeant Cross. You can keep the badge, cross. I'll keep the freedom. I wear the scratch like a battle scar. It proves I survived you.